Hey guys, what's up? JWhisp here, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. Today we have another 1.17 snapshot, Snapshot 21w17a. This is a relatively smaller snapshot, but in this week's update we also have something pretty cool. We have a new official Mojang data pack showing off some of the new cave generation that we'll get in Minecraft 1.18 later in the year. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So most of these updates are pretty small, so we can go through them pretty quickly. First here, we have our good old raw iron, raw gold, and raw copper. Now all of these have received small texture changes since the last update. Nothing super noticeable, but it just makes them a little bit better. There was a meme going around saying a lot of these textures looked like beans, which honestly, they kind of did, but I think the new textures really make them look a lot better. So here are the new raw ore textures. Not too different from last week, but definitely a small change. We also have a really cool change to the way ores work here. So here we have iron ore, gold ore, and copper ore. Now by default, with a normal pickaxe, iron ore will drop one piece of raw iron, gold ore will drop one piece of gold ore, but copper ore can drop 2 to 3 pieces of copper ore. And the interesting part about this is if you actually have a fortune on your pickaxe, all of these ores can potentially drop more. So if we head into game mode survival here really fast, as you can see, if I mine some pieces of iron, each time I mine it, I only get 1. But if I have fortune 3, I get a lot more than 1. Same thing goes with gold here. I only got 1 for each of those, but for that one, I got 2. And for this one, I got 4, which is insane. Now this pickaxe doesn't have fortune. Mining the copper here, let's see how many we get. We got 3 from that. We got 2 from that. Let's use the fortune 3. Oh yeah, with fortune 3, with copper, you get a lot. But this is actually a really useful update because previously copper was really hard to get. You know, iron and gold you're really only going to be using for armor, weapons, potentially making golden apples. But copper, you're going to be using copper for building, and so it's really nice that it's easy to get a lot more copper. Something else I should also mention about this snapshot, I'm not sure if I'm the only one experiencing this problem, and I'm not sure if it'll show up in this video, but I'm having a lot of performance issues. My game is frequently freezing really quickly. This snapshot, that's something to definitely consider. Also, we have the last tiny update here. Here, we just have the moss block. We have big drip leaf and small drip leaf. You can now place the small drip leaf on the moss block, which isn't any kind of crazy update, but it's still something that's there. I still really like drip leaves. I think they're really awesome, and I'm excited to see what people do with them. So the next update I want to show you guys is the new data pack. Now the data pack can be downloaded from the official snapshot page, which will be linked down below if you guys want to check it out. Now this is actually pretty awesome. Keep in mind that we won't be getting any cave generation updates until the end of the year, probably around November or December in a totally separate update. However, we still get a little glimpse of it here in this data pack snapshot. So if I head into game mode spectator here and head underground, we get a view of some of the new caves. Now what these new caves are called, Mojang actually calls them Noodle caves, which I think is an absolutely hilarious, wonderful, and fitting name. Now if we look down here, we see a lot of these really long, skinny, noodling caves. There really is no other way to describe them. I think noodle caves is a really good way to describe it. You see these really long, thin, skinny caves. These are the noodle caves. They're a lot smaller. They're a lot more claustrophobic than normal caves, but you can still go through them in cave. They're definitely a tight fit, so you're gonna have to be careful. I'm definitely someone that's pretty claustrophobic, so I can already tell I'm not gonna be friends with these caves, but they're still pretty cool to have, pretty nice to see, and at least we have a sort of new cave variant. It seems like they're gonna be doing a lot more with caves, so I think this is pretty exciting. Again, this is just one little small update with the snapshot, so it's nothing crazy, but I do recommend downloading the data pack and checking it out just to see how these new cave generation, you know, how it forms, how it looks, because I think it's pretty interesting. Besides that, we just have a few small tweaks and bug fixes in this snapshot. Nothing crazy, but I'm definitely looking forward to more future updates. We've been getting some relatively small snapshots, so I feel that something pretty big could be coming soon. Or who knows, maybe this is really all we're getting and we're not getting much else. So we'll have to see. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of this snapshot, and especially of the new cave generation, because I think it's really interesting. I'm also curious to hear if you guys playing on the snapshot also have similar performance issues. I know one of the reasons, you know, they delayed the cave update in the Caves and Cliffs update was simply because of performance and generation issues, but this is the first time I've ever really experienced some performance issues. As you can, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but just walking around here, I'm getting frequent crashes and freezing. I have a feeling it's probably due to the data pack in the cave generation. I'm sure they didn't spend a lot of time on it since there's still going to be months and months before release, so maybe there's just some, lag issues when sort of trying to generate the caves. I'm really not sure, but it's still interesting to see. I hope it's something they can work out and fix, because if this is the sort of performance we can expect in 1.17, that's gonna suck. And I have a pretty beefy computer too. I mean, right here, you can see I get pretty good FPS. It's just occasionally I get random freezes, so I'm not sure why that's happening. But anyways, that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like, subscribing on the channel, all that good stuff. And again, all the update links will be down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. But that's all for this video. I'm JWhisp, and I will see you guys all in the next one.